Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Where are we sitting? Where are we sitting now? Here in Gyan Sarovar? In Harmony Hall? Where? With which awareness we are sitting now here? Today, all of you have come in this hall with the awareness of reflection of yesterday's Murli. Isn't it? Yeah, just came today is a class. There's a difference between sitting here to hear a class or sitting here with the awareness of what did we experience yesterday. Are we here to revise the Murli? Or are we here to share the feelings, share the experience of the Murli, or share the experience of meeting with Avyakta Bapdada? So seated here in Harmony Hall, with the awareness of seated here in the center of the forehead, with the feelings and the experience of meeting with Bapdada, is there a difference or it is the same? What is the meaning of experience? Because last week there has been experiencing God. And it is first-hand experience, direct experience, personal, face-to-face, heart to heart, soul to the Supreme Soul, Supreme Soul to the soul. Experience. Something which has touched the soul, pierced the heart, which has given such a gentle, loving, beautiful feelings. The arrow of love. This drishti is like an injection. It doesn't matter 1 second drishti or 1 hour drishti. Drishti Injection doesn't take long. Nurse does not take long to give, an expert nurse, doctor does not take long to give injection. What is filled in injection? That power that works later on, afterwards for a long time. Even these other doctors give injection. You say you take one injection and then for 6 months you do not need to have another injection. You take one injection and for 1 year it will really work, it will go in your system, it will strengthen your system, it will cure your weakness. It's working inside. Every year we come to get that injection. Is drishti. There is drishti means, one is drishti, through these eyes he gives us drishti. Using Gulzar Dadi's eyes he gives drishti. But then he gives drishti using versions, what he meant, what he wants to say. Then the words, vision and heart, all three are in harmony. Just like when we meet each other and greet each other, through drishti, through expression, through vibrations, what communication is taking place has a deeper meaning than just only the words, hearing from each other. Depends what is filled in that meeting, the relationship which is in that meeting. And here, Baba, the seed of the human world tree, or the zero, he introduced himself. Zero has come. To meet whom? Zero has come to meet the heroes, or the heroes have come to meet the zero. In zero is the power. In zero is the multiplication. In this one soul, the Supreme Soul, is it not only one type, this one relationship, is a relationship with the zero makes us hero. Makes us aware of the role we play with him at the confluence age, and role we play with number one, who from the beginning, from the confluence age hero role, golden aged hero role, perfect worship worthy hero role, then the supreme worshipper, the one who begins the worship hero role, and also the role which is inspiring by seeing him all of us want to play the actors of this unlimited play and play the role throughout the whole cycle. Heroes meeting with zero. In essence, this sustenance that he gives, what is filled in that relationship. There are many relationships with Baba. Most of the time in Sakar Murli, Baba relates his 8 experiences, 8 important relationships with the soul. He says that is, give the introduction of the Father, the occupation of the Father. Occupation, relationship, introduction to other souls. But that is our experience of all relationships with him. And yesterday he emphasized the sustenance, study, and blessings. Most important thing, these 3 things is actually the role we play throughout the whole cycle as a hero, heroes, heroines, is based in these 3 relationships, on these 3 relationships. In a Lokik way as well. What it deep imprints, which deep experience imprints, or a deep realization, memory, whatever you call it, are impossible to erase, forget, remove. The sustenance that we receive from our parents. How we are sustained. A small baby is able to express what he is experiencing from his mother. Even without speaking. And so, sitting in front of Bap Dada, what the soul is experiencing, what Baba is expressing in front of us, through his windows, means through his eyes. It is said the face is the index of mind, and eyes are the windows of the soul. It's love, the power of love. Heart-to-heart conversation is through this relationship of the child and the mother, the parents and the children. And so, sustenance that we are receiving. What is Baba feeding us every day? every day we are getting this sustenance because we are not only just children of the Supreme Soul, Supreme Father, but we are Brahma Kumars, Brahma Kumaris. And this sustenance, which is strengthen the power, enhances the energy within us of a Brahmin child. A royal child in a royal family is sustained. Sanskaras are automatically, it is emerging. Or once again, just from the seed, gradually the tree is expressing and growing. But as a gardener of our life, or the supreme teacher, that not only just gives the feelings, we are not babies physically, we are Baba's babies, of course, Baba's children, and that's why intoxication, those who come say, I am a new baby, I have come first time to Baba. That pure feeling of innocence, Baba's baby. Means it is protected in the lap of the mother, means in the lap of the love. This relationship is the introduction of the powers that Baba injects in us. That experience, relationship of the mother means love. That love that brings us closer to Baba. He also says, it's the power of love. In the Viman of love, you have not come just in the aeroplane, but it is the plane of love. Flying from far away from different parts of the world, reaching Madhuban. Difficulty, there's no labor in love. There are not efforts. It is the achievement and experience of Baba's love, motherly love. But it is the experience. I, the soul, you, the soul, is experiencing. It means the mind. The feelings are connected. And that feelings are healing the hearts. Sustenance, spiritual strength, pure selfless love. But sustenance through study. 3 relationships he spoke, the first sentence. Study. It means not only soul is not developing its own personality with the mind, it is something which the divine intellect is also becoming paras intellect, pure intellect. The power to discriminate between God and Maya. between right and wrong. To recognize the real comfort, real achievements. And so it is all this time he's teaching us. His teachings create the character, makes our character. Hero actors, how to build our character, it's character building. And he's proud of that. And we are also proud of that. That out of the whole world, billions of people in this world, on this planet, great souls, wealthy souls, with position, with great authority, out of zillions and billions, we are the ones who have recognized him, realized the truth. And so it's the knowledge, teachings make our intellect divine. And that is development also. Every time more and more what we are studying, we need to experiment it, exercise it, experience. Then our own experience tells what is truth. Teacher teaches, but that is not the experience. Experience only when we make it practical. And so this is why yesterday Baba said, you recognize Baba. Out of millions, billions, you have recognized Baba. But also what important it is, that don't be deceived by Maya. Recognize Maya as well. Not allowing, because when recognition is there, we are cautious about it, careful. And energy is not wasted. Efforts are not there. Maya come and then we try to send it away. Recognize from a distance. It's a teacher's power of the wisdom, the divine intellect with sustenance of teachings. And that is not only just one day, for long time since we have become Baba's children. This relationship is for every day, remains with us. Not study for 1 hour. The study is lifetime study. And this is why we don't get this degree now. Studying to become a deity. And that what we practice now, Baba says that becomes permanent for many births. That character, that sanskaras. So through sustenance, sanskaras are created. Through education, sanskaras are created. Transformation taking place. And so this is why we are with Baba for self-transformation And the task he is doing is world transformation. Satguru, purification, honesty. And that is there, it is this constant relationship of yoga with Baba. We become not only Baba's children, not only students of the spiritual university, but we are Raj Yogis, Raj Rishis, royal yogis. And there is honesty within the self, no? Sunday's Murli was very, very clear to see what makes me worthy to be worshipped, supremely worship worthy. Baba spoke about 4 types of remembrance or worship or yoga or worthiness. An honest heart actually wins the blessings, wins the heart, conquers the heart. We become seated on the heart throne. Above that, that means love is also experienced, that authority is also automatically, because truth makes us authority. Satguru. And so the shower of blessings, the bestower of blessing as Satguru, sustains us with the power of truth, the power of purity. So these 3 relationships that Baba spoke about it, it's what was last night. Doesn't matter he used the matter. Few years ago, Gulzar Dadi's costume, or using the matter on the screen. The souls who are soul conscious and sitting with this awareness on the path of bhakti, when he can give drishti or he can give divine vision. Now when we have a true relationship with him, that triggers the experience of past becomes present. Like in a Lokik way, somebody hurt someone, and that had been 10 years ago, 20 years ago. That 10 years ago deep sorrowful experience in 1 second becomes real, which is gone 10 years ago. Or joyful experience of our life, very deep, beautiful experience, maybe 40 years ago, 50 years ago. So fresh. So that's called experience. And so, when I said, where are we sitting now? So my thought, where I was sitting, where I am sitting now? Am I sitting in Harmony Hall? Or I am sitting in the Diamond Hall? At this moment, where are we sitting? With our divine intellect, with our pure heart, with our feelings? Here or in Diamond Hall? Where are you sitting? Those who are sitting in the Diamond Hall can raise their hand. We have not left the Diamond Hall. We have that photographed that. We have brought that in us. It is how much I am connected with what Baba is saying. And believing it, yes, it's not a new relationship. This relationship is every day. You don't form new relationship with parents. Parents are parents. From the age, from the child is born until leaves the body. And even after leaving the body, everyone remembers this is the child of this so and so. Others remember. And so this is also, is it really, truly, is my true spiritual birth? Do I believe in my birth? When I believe in my birth, a Brahmin life, I believe my parents. And so it is really the recognition. And then very clear recognition of discrimination. What it is that how now we celebrate, the difference between the celebration. We celebrated Baba's day, birthday, our birthday, Shivaratri. Is it what it is? It is a celebration is because we cut the cake together, we hoisted the flag together. Cutting the cake and hoisting the flag is celebration. Those who were sitting down, not on the stage, they also hoisted the flag. We have been hoisting the flag now since 10 days. Still more a flag to be hoisted. But as Baba said, that the real flag hoisting is, you don't let go until what the flowers are tied in that flag are showering upon you. Flag is hoisted, but the flowers are shower upon those who are hoisting the flag. And it is shower of the flowers of love, the flowers of blessings. But really following what devotees have been following afterwards as a memorial, as a ritual, our celebration is a spiritual. Of course, when we have celebration, joyful atmosphere, to create joyful atmosphere, to express love, it's good to bake cake, no? Because how to express? All these systems are very valuable. It's not that, oh, just cutting the cake is not the celebration. No, baking the cake is also celebration. Preparing all this ingredient is also celebration. Eating the cake is celebration. Because those who are preparing, how much love is filled in it. It's Baba's birthday cake we are celebrating. Our own birthday cake we are baking. So it is in preparation is also celebration. And so rituals and spiritual. Rituals remained. Spiritual gradually disappeared. And what Baba drew our attention yesterday is, it is the copy of what you have done. It is the copy of your actions that devotees, very wonderful, very clever in copying the system that we have it here. And so copy, devotees are continuing to have the copy of the copy, and gradually the reality fades away. Ritual remains, spirituality disappears. And so once again, to celebrate really Baba's birthday, with all again 3 systems that on the Bhakt still continue. And those 3 systems of celebrating: fasting. It's not the food fasting. It is abstain, practice discipline. What is what? Vrat. It is change in attitude and determination to practice something no matter what happens. No matter what our difficulties are, no matter how much temptation is there. Not tempted because I'm fasting. And so it is once again, it is purity. On the path of devotion also, people for temporary, for short time, with very small percentage of bhavana, practice celibacy. For a day, or for a week, or for some time. But this, Baba speaking about brahmacharya and brahmachari. Brahmacharya means celibacy, purity in every aspect. And brahmachari means following the personality characteristics of Brahma. Brahmachari and brahmachari. Brahmachari means celibate, pure. So it's not only the purity of the physical. Baba has spoken about many times. Vision, drishti, but thoughts, feelings, in relationship in every aspect of consciousness. No? And then it is that brahmachari and brahmacharya, it means not only discipline of conquering one vice, but whole creation of it. The genealogical tree of vices is also great, big trees also, expansion is also there. So it is easy to conquer the big things, but to be careful the small things. A nice example. Tiny little mouse is very small. Rat very small but very strong, no? Compared to a lion. But bites and blows, means deceives. Externally, one does not even notice that the mouse is biting. It blows and bites. So it has some kind of chloroform in his blow. And the people are sleeping, and they get up and they know that, oh, it's blood. Where it has blood come from? So in the same way, sometime, very subtle way, it's an ego blowing of own praise, of only self-satisfaction. Yeah, I am Baba's child. Anyway, I am Baba's child. I belong to Baba. Baba belongs to me. And Baba also sings a lot of praise. Wah, my children, wah. Wah, children, wah. And we also say, wah, Baba, wah. And he also says, sing your praise. Wah, re meh, wah, my fortune. But at the same time, careful. This wah is really praise by becoming complete. And that's why he said, if celibacy is practiced and anger is not conquered, is it the degree that the deities get? Is this completion? Is this perfection? Sampuranta. Sampuran means complete, perfect in all virtues, in all maryadas, divine discipline. So this conquering all these details of the subtlety of the vices also. Not only just practicing celibacy, but it's vice is not only just one. With anger is not only the gross thing, just like purity is not gross, but it is subtle purity Baba speaking about. In the same way, anger is not only just the getting angry with our words or with a gross violence, but double non-violence. And in that it is jealousy, hatred, rejection, competition. These are the subtle aspects of violence, which actually we are hurting our own selves and also harming others as well. But before that, it is the line that Maryada Purushottam, in order to become an elevated human being, we follow Maryadas. In Shrimat, the Shrimat that Baba gives, it's the directions, practicing with great understanding, clear understanding, with love and respect, with grateful, with joy, with royalty, is Maryada. And so all virtuous, completely viceless, 16 celestial degrees complete, double non-violence, as Brahmachari. And that's the degree that from Baba says, is this time, this one birth practice actually becomes sanskaras become natural. We don't have to practice after that, it becomes practical. Deities, body and soul both are pure. And then in temple, those who go in front of the deities, they also practice even to be in front of the statue, non-living image. That is the power in purity. And so, Baba says, ask yourself, is this completion? If any vice remains, so vrat, fasting, is a pure food as well as food for the mind. And definitely, as Baba spoke about, not becoming careless, becoming very powerful and appreciated, especially Kumars, because very easy this kind of thought can come, oh, I am alone, I'm really tired, I'm fed up of cooking every day food myself. It's okay if someone Subtle thought can come. A companion can there cook for me. But I'm cooking for Baba. And those who have this youth, Kumar, those who were present there, certainly raised hands yesterday as well. Brothers or sisters or Kumaris, all the discipline that in a Brahmin life Baba has given us. Fasting. And also Jagaran. Third is awakening. Remain awake. Means not becoming careless. It was Baba showing what is nodding, what is asleep, sometimes careless, no? And so we are celebrating. It is Shivaratri we are celebrating, but we are celebrating especially Amrit Vela. It's a special. I had not actually, I don't remember these words that devotees celebrate the Shivaratri, but what we are celebrating, we are not celebrating at Ratri, night, but we are celebrating at Amrit Vela. Is the time night finishes actually. Shiva comes to celebrate our birthday to awaken us. And here awaken is means we are alert. We are not careless. We are not lazy. It is awakening. And remain awake means knowledgeable souls. And this is why he said that time to time this laziness comes or carelessness comes or weaknesses emerge again. But what did he give? What was actually the medicine that yesterday or the method he again gave to conquer our weaknesses, our vices, our defects? Because that is what he said. It's not only fasting of one vice, but weaknesses, defects, influences. Because get influenced by others, influenced by own desires, influenced by my own ignorance, influenced my own carelessness. And what is needed? What did he say? The powers he is giving. Use the powers. It is not that I have to use any other power. Godly powers. Use the powers to conquer the vices, the weaknesses, the defects. And there are these powers are also the powers, godly powers. Then godly powers being exercised and practiced, following Brahma Baba, Brahmachari, which is called Brahmin powers. Brahmin powers are not divine powers. The deities don't have that power, but Brahmins have that power. So deities don't need to conquer. There are not needed any powers. But Brahmins use these powers, deities don't use because there's no need to use them. Godly powers, what God has. The Almighty Authority has the powers. Which are the really powers? It's my birthright. The original powers. The eternal powers. These three different types of powers. Conquering, to become voiceless, to remain awakened, to have this achievement of perfection. Three different types of powers that Baba is giving us. Godly powers, the original powers, the eternal powers. Other day Baba said, no human being can be called the ocean of knowledge. Godly power, which are the basic powers. Knowledge, purity, peace, love, bliss, truth. Godly powers are there. And as a child of God, as the Almighty Authority, this is my birthright. Godly power is my birthright. And in order to conquer these weaknesses and vices, its godly power is needed. And in order to conquer the influence, Brahmin powers are needed. Brahmin powers. Brahmin powers are the 8 powers which we have the pictures, which is shown in there has been shown in the form of the goddesses or shown in the form of the deities, but they are Brahmin powers. The power to pack up, the power to withdraw, the power to face, power to tolerate, power to discriminate, power to judge, power to cooperate. These Brahmin powers are actually the powers where when I see the challenges coming from others and also challenging, being influenced by my own wishes, desires as well. In order to become complete, conquer these vices or weaknesses, Baba says use godly powers. And godly powers, then practical, is exercised through Brahmin powers. Deities do not have to withdraw. Natural life is pure, body and soul both are pure. Deities do not have to face anything. Deities do not have to actually tolerate anything. So there is natural power of it is the pralabdha, it is the achievement of whatever the present efforts are. Reward is there. That is the power of maintaining these godly power and Brahmin powers. As much I have practiced, that much power remains in the divinity, divine power, that God then uses this divine power through our own statues, our own status that we get. That's why it is called the divine. We are studying to get that degree this power of a position of a perfect divine being, where efforts are not there anymore. It's a reward. It means it becomes totally not only transformation in the mind, not transformation and purification in the intellect, but total transformation and glorification of God. That power is in deities. How is God godly glorified? Through the statues to the devotees and bhakti, and that memorial then brings them great love, great reward. Every deity is considered as God. So God's praise is aptly remembered in the form of the deities. In practical form, means the practical reward, that power of spirituality and reality in form, transformation of sanskaras. That is the power, because it practical works, that power. And so this is why Baba said, we have to go together, we stay together. I don't come in the golden age, but then you go. We go with Brahma Baba. And so that sanskaras of benevolence for the self and benevolence of others, glorification of Baba, that task still remains. So if we have not yet celebrated completely, when this task is completed, then we say the celebration is completed. And so still, Baba has left up to us to celebrate glorification of God, which means glorification of Baba's children. And that celebration of a birthday is a real happy birthday, real beautiful celebration that we celebrate today. We celebrated the whole Amrit Vela of conference age until the golden age comes. Om Shanti. Thank you. So let us celebrate in meditation, bring these feelings back, enjoy all three relationships, three ways of celebration.